Have you ever heard something so terrifying it made you stop in your tracks? Neil deGrasse Tyson, one of the world's most renowned astrophysicists, has sounded multiple alarms about the hidden dangers lurking in the universe. But the scariest part? Most people are not listening. Tyson's calm, thoughtful delivery might make his warnings sound like casual science lessons, but his message is anything but casual. The universe is not a safe place. It's indifferent, unpredictable, and has no concern for our existence. When we gaze at the stars, we often think of beauty, wonder, and exploration. But Neil reminds us there is also chaos, destruction, and threats that could wipe out life on Earth in the blink of an eye. The universe is not designed for our comfort. It is a place of violent collisions, gamma-ray bursts, magnetic storms, and lurking cosmic threats. Tyson has been trying to wake us up, but it seems most of the world continues to hit the snooze button. In this video, we are going to explore Neil deGrasse Tyson's terrifying warnings about the universe that most people completely ignored. We often think of space as beautiful, mysterious, and fascinating. But what if I told you it's also incredibly dangerous? Tyson has spent years trying to wake us up to the real threats that could destroy life on Earth, but somehow, no one listened. From deadly asteroids to invisible radiation, from killer solar flares to the rise of illiteracy, Tyson's messages are more urgent now than ever before. In this video, we'll break down each of his chilling warnings, why they matter, and what they mean for all of us. So sit back but stay alert, because by the end of this video, you might never look at the universe the same way again. Let's get started. The asteroid threat. One of Tyson's most urgent warnings involves asteroid impacts. He often reminds us that Earth is sitting in a cosmic shooting gallery. Space is filled with rocks and debris traveling at staggering speeds. Tyson has pointed out repeatedly that history shows us what happens when Earth gets hit. The extinction of the dinosaurs is the most well-known example. That asteroid wasn't just a random event. It was a wake-up call, a message from the universe that such events can and will happen again. The problem? Tyson says we are woefully underprepared. He warns that we lack adequate planetary defense systems to detect and deflect potentially hazardous asteroids. In one interview, Tyson explained that a city-destroying asteroid could be headed our way right now, completely undetected, and there might be nothing we could do about it if we found it too late. The danger is real, and yet humanity remains dangerously complacent. Asteroids don't care about national borders or politics. They don't negotiate, they simply hit. Tyson emphasizes that the universe owes us no warnings. He calls it a race against time, one we might not win if we don't take it seriously. The magnetic field weakening. Beyond asteroids, Tyson has warned about the Earth's magnetic field, which serves as a protective shield against harmful solar and cosmic radiation. But this shield is not permanent or invincible. It has flipped its polarity many times in Earth's past. When this happens, Earth's magnetic protection weakens significantly. Tyson highlights that if the magnetic field weakens or reverses, we could face catastrophic consequences. Harmful solar radiation would penetrate our atmosphere, damaging satellites, crippling power grids, and possibly wiping out modern technology. Tyson paints a chilling picture. Imagine a world without GPS, without power, without communication satellites. Airplanes could fall from the sky. Power grids could collapse. The internet could vanish overnight. Society is unprepared for this kind of chaos. Tyson stresses that the disruption to daily life could be immediate and severe. Yet, despite this warning, efforts to protect and fortify our technological infrastructure against such a scenario remain minimal. Solar storms and the Carrington event. Tyson has also spoken extensively about the dangers posed by solar storms. The sun, while life-giving, is not always stable. It occasionally unleashes solar flares and coronal mass ejections, powerful blasts of energy that travel through space. In 1859, Earth was hit by a massive solar storm known as the Carrington event. At that time, technology was limited to telegraph systems, which were heavily disrupted. If a similar event occurred today, the results would be disastrous. Tyson warns that it could destroy satellites, knock out power grids, and cause global blackouts that could take months or years to repair. He emphasizes that we are more vulnerable now than we were in 1859 because our entire modern infrastructure depends on electricity and satellite communication. Despite the known risks, our planetary defenses and emergency protocols remain shockingly underdeveloped. Gamma-ray bursts, the silent killers. One of Tyson's most terrifying warnings involves gamma-ray bursts, GRBs. These are the universe's most powerful explosions, releasing as much energy in seconds as our sun will emit in its entire lifetime. A gamma-ray burst from a nearby star could strip away Earth's atmosphere in seconds, effectively sterilizing the planet. The scariest part? GRBs are completely unpredictable. Tyson explains that there is no way to stop one. If a gamma-ray burst were to target Earth, we would have no time to react, no defenses, and no chance of survival. Tyson's tone in discussing GRBs is sobering. It is a brutal reminder that while we focus on small earthly concerns, the universe is capable of ending us in an instant. The fragile balance of life on Earth. Tyson frequently emphasizes the delicate balance that makes life on Earth possible. The distance from the sun, the precise tilt of our planet's axis, the composition of our atmosphere. All of these factors are finely tuned. Disrupt any one of them, and life as we know it could vanish. Tyson warns us not to take this balance for granted. Many people live as though Earth is immune to disaster, simply because life has continued for millions of years. But the universe is not designed to protect us. Life is here because the conditions happen to be just right. And those conditions can change. Climate change, the threat we are creating. In addition to cosmic threats, Tyson strongly warns about dangers we are creating ourselves, particularly climate change. He compares ignoring climate change to seeing an asteroid headed for Earth and choosing not to look up. Both scenarios are preventable, and both have catastrophic consequences if ignored. Tyson stresses that climate change is not just about rising temperatures. It's about destabilizing ecosystems, melting polar ice, raising sea levels, and increasing the frequency of extreme weather events. Tyson reminds us that while the planet will survive, humanity might not. The most alarming part is that this is one of the few threats we can actively do something about right now. Yet we continue to ignore it. The rise of artificial intelligence. Tyson has also expressed concern about artificial intelligence. While he acknowledges the tremendous benefits AI could bring, he warns that we may be creating something we cannot control. Tyson is not the only scientist sounding the alarm on AI, but his perspective adds weight to the discussion. He points out that throughout history, technological advancements have always come with unintended consequences. With AI, those consequences could be beyond our understanding or control. Tyson warns that if AI surpasses human intelligence, it can make decisions that we cannot predict or stop. Unlike asteroids or solar flares, this is a threat we are actively building ourselves. Yet the race to develop more advanced AI continues with little regulation or ethical oversight. Humanity's complacency. Despite all these warnings, most people continue to live as though nothing is wrong. Tyson often expresses frustration that policymakers and the general public are too distracted by short-term concerns to prepare for long-term survival. Budgets for space programs are cut. Investments in planetary defense are minimal. Global cooperation on major scientific initiatives is rare. Tyson says the universe is under no obligation to make sense to us. It won't wait for us to be ready. It doesn't care about our schedules or priorities. The threats are real, and they are here now. Asteroids pass close to Earth more often than most people realize. Solar storms regularly erupt from the sun. Climate change accelerates. AI develops at an astonishing pace. The question Tyson poses is simple. Will we act now, or will we only react when it's too late? Tyson's warnings are not meant to scare us into helplessness. They are calls to action. He advocates for increased funding for space exploration, improved asteroid detection programs, more research into climate solutions, and the development of ethical frameworks for artificial intelligence. He believes that by expanding our knowledge, investing in science, and cooperating as a global community, we can face these threats and potentially prevent disaster. Tyson urges us to look beyond daily distractions and understand the cosmic forces at play. He reminds us that the story of humanity is not guaranteed to have a happy ending. It will only continue if we choose to be proactive, curious, and prepared. The universe isn't waiting for us to figure it out. It simply moves forward, indifferent to our survival. Tyson's warnings are a wake-up call to stop ignoring the obvious and start taking responsibility for our future. As Tyson often says, the universe is under no obligation to make sense to you. It's not just a clever quote, it's a profound truth. The universe doesn't have a safety net for us. The threats are real, the dangers are imminent, and the responsibility to act is ours. Thank you for exploring this critical topic. If this article opened your eyes to the fragile nature of life on Earth, don't let the message fade. Share it, discuss it, push for action. Because it's not just about surviving cosmic threats. It's about ensuring that the human story continues. Because we paid attention, we acted, and we chose not to look away. Stay curious, stay aware, and remember, the universe isn't waiting for us. Let's start figuring it out now.